cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Washington Huskies and the Purdue Boilermakers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Purdue Boilermakers have a unique and beautiful stadium. Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana is a fun place to watch a game. The gold and the black, the home of the biggest drum and all of the bands. Not only that, every time the team scores, a loud train whistle gets the crowd riled up. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Williams snags it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play.
Sends it downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out. He's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate, but he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
He'll set up to throw. They're all over it. And down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They get to him as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incomplete.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Here's Gibson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Right side, it's Washington. They stay. And then push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, it's Washington. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the play. Play fake, Williams. Finds his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Williams. Here comes the heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
The Boilermakers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Leaves it with the back. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Out wide right, it's Gibson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here's Williams to throw. Right down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his fourth interception in the first half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets... David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Under pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Williams from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Looking for room at the 40. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to Washington. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Williams. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Carr. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it. It's Washington. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. calls his own number. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive.
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Just blinding speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. The ride makes a man miss.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Townsend. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
To the ground, he's got it again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Making the adjustment. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. He's got it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about...
There he goes. The tap into the house. Touchdown, Washington. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right on target this time. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Purdue! How about that shot into the end zone? And he makes the grab for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Makes the grab over the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Look out! Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly.
And you can tell that young man is comfortable in the pocket, feeling good. You know, last play, nice job setting his feet, making a good throw, getting a completion. Now, didn't like what he sees. What does he have? He has the ability to take off and scramble and make some yards. So this QB is really feeling comfortable.
Williams. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Play action on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Back to pass on second down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think...
Makes a deep grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Throwing, Williams. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half. And this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
They need a huge play on third and long. Williams will pass. Left side is Washington. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Bush is ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Out wide right, it's Miller. Now Washington uses his third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Williams to throw. Rushes on. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 18 team, the James Madison Dukes.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the Boilermakers head coach coming out of the locker room. He really loves the way his team started in that first half and likes where they are right now, especially against a ranked team. He said, I believe we can compete. Our players believe they can compete, and they're showing it so far here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
On the move from inside his 5. Delivers the stiff arm. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Williams on the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
His pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
They put the brakes on it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting a tackle for loss.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Williams. Out wide left, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. A run for the quarterback. Ball is loose. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that running play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're all over it. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carr. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Williams. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down on the Boilermakers sideline, the quarterback has done a terrific job here today, guys. Over 150 yards passing, but they have yet to answer on the ground. They want to keep this defense guessing, not get predictable in their play calls. That means they've got to get better on the line of scrimmage and get that run game alive here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's going to get loose. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Caught in the backfield. It's Carr. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to get it in. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Throwing, Williams. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
This is a designed run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Swamped immediately.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Left side is Miller. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds. Strong run. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll give it to Washington. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and throw downfield.
He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Right side, it's Washington. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Catches it at the 15. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Right back to it. Enough to move the chains. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They'll give it to Washington. Knocked down immediately.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Williams. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You have got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Keeps it on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I will love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Williams under pressure, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Pulls it, fired, complete. Hard running there. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Again, running right, it's Gibson. Defense all over him. And they squelched that play so fast, can you even still call it a sweep?
You can sweep that play under the rug and not run it again because it was very unsuccessful.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Gibson one more time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Going for it all. took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Throwing, Williams. Catch in the middle, it's Moss. At the 35, he's got room. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman Williams. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called by Purdue, it's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on second and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Boilermakers call timeout, and they will have no more. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Washington again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Pulls and fired complete. Across the 25, he's got room.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they could run it. They could play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out and get the execution needed